In the annals of human history, few figures command a legend as grand and as gilded as Mansa Musa. Emperor of the Mali Empire in the 14th century, his name has become synonymous with unimaginable wealth. Contemporary accounts and modern economic analyses consistently place him at the apex of all historically recorded fortunes. But this was more than just personal wealth, it was the concentrated economic power of an empire, poised to make a profound, albeit unintended, global impact. This is the story of how one man, through a single pilgrimage, altered the economic landscape of a continent and beyond. Mansa Musa, born Musa Keita, ascended to the throne of the Mali Empire around 1312 CE. His path to power was, by some accounts, unexpected. According to Arab scholar Ibn Khaldun, who chronicled the history of West Africa, Musa became ruler after his predecessor, Musa Abu Bakr II, embarked on an ill-fated expedition across the Atlantic Ocean, leaving Musa as regent. When Abu Bakr II never returned, Musa officially assumed the title of Mansa, or Sultan, consolidating his rule over a vast and already prosperous empire. The foundation of Mali's astonishing wealth was its near monopoly on the trans-Saharan gold and salt trade. During Mansa Musa's reign, the empire controlled vast territories rich in gold mines, particularly the Bambouk and Bour goldfields. Historical records, like those from Arab geographers al-Bakri and Ibn Battuta, describe Mali as a land flowing with gold. This precious metal was not merely decorative, it was the primary currency and the most coveted commodity in the medieval world, fueling economies from Europe to the Middle East. Under Musa's leadership, the Mali Empire reached its zenith, extending its influence across much of West Africa. Its territories stretched from the Atlantic coast to the Niger River, encompassing parts of modern-day Senegal, Mauritania, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Gambia, Guinea, Ivory Coast, and Ghana. This vast dominion allowed Mansa Musa to control key trade routes and extract resources, further solidifying the empire's economic dominance. The cities of Gao, Jen, and most famously, Timbuktu, flourished as vibrant centers of commerce and Islamic scholarship. Despite his immense earthly power, Mansa Musa was a devout Muslim, and the pilgrimage to Mecca, the Hajj, was a central tenet of his faith. While the Hajj was a spiritual journey, for a ruler of Musa's stature, it was also a profound political and diplomatic act. It offered an opportunity to showcase the wealth and power of the Mali Empire on the global stage, forge new alliances, and solidify his empire's place within the wider Islamic world. The decision to undertake the Hajj would set in motion events that reverberated through history. The preparations for Mansa Musa's Hajj, beginning in 1324 CE, were on an unprecedented scale. Accounts from historians like Al-Amari describe a colossal caravan. It reportedly included tens of thousands of soldiers, servants, merchants, and entertainers. The most striking detail, however, was the sheer volume of gold, hundreds of camels, each carrying hundreds of pounds of pure gold. This was not merely a journey, it was a moving display of an empire's might and prosperity, designed to leave an indelible impression. The journey itself was an epic undertaking, traversing thousands of miles across the unforgiving Sahara Desert and through various sultanates. The procession would have relied on established trans-Saharan trade routes, demonstrating the logistical prowess of the Mali Empire. Each stop along the way was an opportunity for Mansa Musa to extend his generosity, distributing gold to local dignitaries, religious scholars, and the poor. This early distribution foreshadowed the much larger economic disruption that awaited them in the bustling cities of the Middle East. The year 1324 CE marked Mansa Musa's grand arrival in Cairo, then a thriving metropolis and a jewel of the Mamluk Sultanate. The spectacle of his caravan captivated the city. Chroniclers like Al-Amari reported that Mansa Musa refused to pay homage to the Mamluk Sultan until persuaded, asserting his own regal status. For 3 months, Musa and his entourage stayed in Cairo, and it was here that his unparalleled generosity would have its most profound and documented economic consequences. During his stay, Mansa Musa distributed vast quantities of gold. He gave it to officials, merchants, and the poor, often lavishing large sums on those he encountered. Historical accounts, particularly from Al-Amari, describe him giving away so much gold that its value plummeted across Egypt. The sheer scale of this single infusion of precious metal into the Egyptian economy was unprecedented, demonstrating a ruler's capacity to directly influence market dynamics through sheer will and limitless resources. The immediate effect of Musa's generosity was severe inflation. The sudden, immense influx of gold into Cairo's economy devalued the metal, causing prices for commodities and services to skyrocket. According to Al-Amari, the gold dinar, the standard currency, saw its value drastically reduced. This period of economic instability reportedly lasted for years after Musa's departure, highlighting the direct and long-lasting consequences of his pilgrimage. Such a direct link between a single individual's actions and regional economic upheaval is rare in historical records. Witnessing the economic disruption he had inadvertently caused, Mansa Musa reportedly attempted to rectify the situation. On his return journey through Cairo, he reportedly borrowed back much of the gold he had distributed, though at a higher interest rate, indicating a conscious effort to remove excess gold from the market and stabilize its value. This act, documented by Al-Amari, reveals a ruler not only with immense wealth but also with an awareness of macroeconomic principles, even if learned through direct, costly experience. Beyond the economic upheaval, Mansa Musa's Hajj had profound intellectual and cultural consequences. He returned to Mali accompanied by numerous Arab scholars, architects, and jurists. He commissioned the construction of new mosques and universities, most notably in Timbuktu and Gao. The Sankore University in Timbuktu, for instance, expanded significantly under his patronage, becoming a renowned center of Islamic learning, attracting scholars from across the Islamic world. This intellectual flourishing was a direct result of the cultural exchange fostered by his pilgrimage. Mansa Musa's Hajj irrevocably put the Mali Empire on the world stage. European cartographers, previously unaware of the vast wealth of West Africa, began to include Musa and his empire on their maps. The most famous example is the 1375 Catalan Atlas, which prominently depicts Mansa Musa enthroned, holding a gold nugget, and surrounded by gold-bearing lands. This image became a powerful symbol, enticing European powers to seek out the source of this legendary wealth, effectively reshaping geopolitical interests for centuries to come. The sheer scale of Mansa Musa's wealth continues to fascinate. Modern estimates, like those from historians and economists, suggest his net worth, when adjusted for inflation and economic impact, would be virtually incalculable, far exceeding any contemporary billionaire. Some suggest it could be equivalent to over $400 billion in today's currency, though this is difficult to quantify precisely given the differing economic structures. What is clear is that his fortune was so immense that it functioned as a geo-economic force, rather than merely personal opulence. Mansa Musa's journey to Mecca was not merely a spiritual quest, it was a demonstration of economic power that had tangible and enduring consequences. His actions in Cairo served as an early, albeit unplanned, lesson in the impact of sudden monetary supply changes. He inadvertently performed a massive open market operation, showcasing how a single entity with extraordinary wealth could destabilize a regional economy. This event stands as a unique case study in economic history, revealing the delicate balance of supply and demand for precious metals in a pre-globalized world. Mansa Musa's legacy extends far beyond the gold he distributed. He presided over a golden age of Mali, fostering scholarship, architecture, and religious devotion. His pilgrimage not only announced Mali's existence to a wider world but also facilitated an incredible exchange of knowledge and culture between West Africa and the Middle East. He built institutions that would last for centuries, shaping the intellectual and spiritual landscape of the region. His story challenges Eurocentric historical narratives, placing an African empire at the center of global economic and cultural influence. Mansa Musa's reign and his legendary Hajj offer a unique window into the economic power structures of the medieval world. His story is a testament to how an individual's actions, driven by faith and supported by unimaginable resources, could ripple outwards to affect entire economies and alter global perceptions. He was not just the richest man in history, he was a pivotal figure who, through the sheer force of his fortune, put an entire empire on the map, ignited cultural exchange, and left an indelible mark on the economic history of the 14th century.